Morning all, it's Thursday the 9th, quick look at the markets. Right, for some trade opportunities, I'm actually going to start just by looking at my trade sheet. This is what the subscribers get in the morning. So we're starting off with gold. We actually had this trade on yesterday, selling gold up at 1786.89 in that range with a stop above 1792. That worked. We haven't revisited that level yet. You can just see the gold chart down here behind the sheet. So I'm waiting to see if that level retests, but certainly there was a good 10-point profit in that trade yesterday. I've also got a strong resistance in silver up at 22.80, 22.85. We're not going to look at that one right now. The Aussie dollar is something we will look at. I've got got some resistance up there. Let me just see if the Aussie chart will come up. There we go. I'm actually looking at this on the hourly chart for that sort of 72.00, 72.10 area. It's a bit of fib resistance just above the 200-hour moving average, which is it's the 500-hour moving average, which is at 71.92. But we've also got some moving averages on the weekly and the daily chart, which I haven't got time to show you now. But it's all around the 72.00 area, so that for me is the resistance. We didn't quite make it there yet, so I actually haven't had a chance to sell it. What was the high? 71.86. So I'm kind of hoping we bounce back a little bit. I'm hoping that the rally's not yet over and we get a chance to sell up there. We'll see how that goes. Aussie yen was the best trade of the day so far. We had on my trade sheet, what did I have? Just looking at it now. Selling at 81.55, 81.75 with the stop above 82.00. So that's worked perfectly. We've kind of seen a high for the day so far, bang in the middle of that range. Nice and easy to get into the trade. You can see the 100 period moving average on the 4-hour chart here. Intersecting nicely with this confluence of Fibonacci levels that I've got on the chart, and actually we've also got the 100-day moving average at 81.77, so that 20 pip range encompasses quite a lot of resistance, and it certainly worked. The shorts are already looking to be roughly 30 or 40 pips in profit, and I think there is further downside for the Aussie yen, so I'm running my short a little bit further. 81.00, certainly 81.10, 81.00 is my first target, but I think we could get as far as 80.60, 80.50, which for me is the only support level of the day. So I'm looking for us to get down there eventually. Might take us until Friday to get down there, and then we can take some profit on some shorts before the weekend. Euro yen, I had us selling up again, up at the fib level here. Actually, the real reason I had us not only selling at the fib level, but there is the 500-hour moving average up there as well. So it really worked. Actually, I missed this trade myself. 128.80, 129.00 was the sell level, and already we're looking at around 50 pips profit on that trade. So if you managed to get into that one, well done. As I say, I missed it. I was more focused. Our stops were above 129.15. Where did we get to on that high? I haven't had a look at this trade. 129.10. Okay, so nicely within the stop level, and of course seeing a decent profit on that trade. It was actually more the euro dollar that I was getting into myself. We had the sell level. I'll just show you the sheet while the euro chart loads. Show you the sheet again. There we go. So the euro US dollar, my sell level was around 130.50, 130.70 with a stop above 113.85. Let's just have a look at that trade as well. Why is that not loading? I'm sitting in a hotel room this morning with a slow internet connection, I think. Right, so bang on again. 130.50, 130.70 was a sell level. We got to 113.54. I did manage to get into a short position here. So it's a slow trickle down. It's a drift lower for this trade. 112.90 is my first target. Sort of 113.00, 112.90. Could actually see a low for the day there. It's a decent enough support level. Would I be buying into a long there? I'm not so sure about that. We are in quite a negative trend, and I think this is just a consolidation phase, a sideways consolidation in that negative trend. I can't really see any reason to some positive candles maybe on the weekly chart, but nothing else that tells me that I should really be jumping into a long position here. So eventually we could get down as far as 112, 112.75, maybe even 112.50. The pound, I've had this buy level on my sheet for a long time now. It's a really good support level. It's basically a very long-term fib on the weekly chart. It's also the 200-week moving average. 131.70.50. Now, we got down to 131.65, so bang on the buy level. Not much of a bounce yet. Well, actually, initially we did bounce as far as, where did we get to? 132.44. So there was perhaps an 80 pip profit in the trade if you were really quick to take the profit. But we are drifting, and maybe we'll retest that buy level today. Obviously we would need to hold above that level for Friday, or by Friday, for a weekly close above that for something of a more prolonged bounce into next week. Now, if you're looking for this as a swing trade opportunity, and it could be because we have hit a longer term buy level on the, as I say, on the weekly chart, we then need to get up through 133.00. That's the 100-week moving average. If we can get up through there, it's also the 500-day moving average. We get it back up through 133.00, and that is worth holding onto that long position, I think, because there could be more of a sustained recovery. The last trade on the sheet was buying the Canadian dollar, US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, I should say, at 126.45.35. You may have just seen that on the sheet that I showed you a second ago. The stop was below 126.10, and we did get down to 126.05. If this chart would just load. There we are, 126.45, 126.35, stop below 126.10. That was my trade, another one of my trades for yesterday and again this morning. Now, we did get down as low as 126.04, so that was a bit tricky. If you managed to hold on to the long position, you've done really well, because we managed to bounce up and we're a good 40 pips on side on the trade now. And I can see us just getting above the 500-hour moving average, which is at 126.77. So I think we're good for a recovery up as far as 127.10, 127.20. If you have a long position there, that's where I would be hoping to see the market, and that's definitely where I would be taking my profit. 127.10, 127.20. That gives us a profit of something in the region of what, 60 to 80 points, 80 pips, which is good enough for a trade for me. And that actually is definitely the strongest resistance of the day at 127.10, 127.20 for the dollar CAD. So watch for a high for the day there as well. Okay, hope that's useful. Let me just show you my website if you are not a subscriber and you're watching this a little bit later than my subscribers. There we go, daytradeideas.co.uk. Have a little look at all the products we do if you want to follow us. Get the live trade sheet in the morning. Also follow my updates on Telegram throughout the day. Copy my trades, that kind of thing. And if you also would like to follow us on Twitter. Ooh, what's going on there? Here's my Twitter page. It is at Day Trade Signals, but that doesn't seem to be loading, so I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, I should be able to post another video tomorrow, Friday, for the end of the week. Hope those trade ideas help you today. Wow, really slow internet connection. So there we go. There's the Twitter page. Twitter.com/daytradesignals is my Twitter page. Yeah, as I say, tomorrow I'll try and post a video on Friday. I'm traveling this weekend. I'm actually going back to Thailand, which is a place where I spend a lot of my time on Saturday. So for the next 2 months, I will be broadcasting to you from Thailand, hopefully with some nice beach backdrops. Do post your comments in the comments box and do ask me any questions. Let me know if I can help you today, and I should respond pretty quickly. Thanks very much. See you again tomorrow.